Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we've got another present that I was given for Christmas. This is Star Wars set 75333, Obi Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter. For 7 upwards, it's got a few minifigures in there. That's the box, a little bit crumpled there. That's how I got it. So let's get into it. Sure, you can all hear the bird tweeting in the background as usual. So we've got 1, 2, 3 bags. Instructions and some stickers. If you are new to the channel, you'll know how much I dislike the stickers as opposed to the printed bricks, but hey, nevertheless, here we go. Bag 1. I do keep the boxes and all the bags where possible nowadays. I know in my early years, my younger years, when I was a kid doing Lego, I didn't tend to. Kind of wish I had. Now, the older I get, but that is just the way things go, obviously. But it's interesting. It's got two sides to the head. So see, you can have different attire. So you can have a hair piece, or you can replace the hair piece with that. It's quite funny. I'll go with the hair piece to start with, I think. Put the helmet over there. And then we've got a lightsaber. Just pieces together like that into his hand. And then straight into the build. So I've so far I think done one of these Star Wars builds, which was the X-Wing fighter. So it was a little bit technical, that one, because the wings open up to do the X-Wing manoeuvre. I don't think this one will be as complicated. Looks pretty straightforward from the box and the instructions. So we'll see how we go with it. So I do like the colours on the Star Wars stuff. I think the colours on some of them are really good. It is a gorgeous day outside, and I've chosen to sit inside and do some Lego for you guys and myself probably. Yeah, so the Star Wars sets, really just got a couple of them at this minute. You know, ones that mainly people have bought me. But I have to say I have enjoyed both sets so far. So I'm hoping that this one will be the same. And I do like, as I said, the design and layout of these. I think they've made them quite realistic. And I do like, having looked at the Lego website, some of the real big sets, the Millennium Falcon, the big one, probably about £400 or £500, is particularly impressive. A little bit out of my price range at this point in time, but you know, at some stage in the future, you know, who knows. I mean, to me, it's not your classic space, which we started the channel with, but to me, Star Wars, it's still space. It's still that theme, that genre, whether it be the original space Lego, or whether it be Star Wars, whatever it might be. But for me, it's all pretty much the same, you know. Any sort of space theme stuff is the type of thing I enjoy doing. Like I say, for the kids it's a Minecraft, for me it's this sort of stuff, having grown up in that era. I probably won't be putting this close to any windows, without having quite a substantial amount of white in it, but we'll see. It'll probably go on display in the loft with the other things. on display in the loft. I hear you say that's a bit of a strange one, but basically what we're trying to do upstairs in the attic loft, call it what you will, is just build a small area where we can put these things out on display. Kids can go up there anytime they want and basically have a play with them and do whatever they want to do up there. So we've all got access to them. And the kids are really good. They can't go up there without me letting them up there, and they always ask if they can go up, which is good. So far a really nice simple little build. I've seen these in the shops, and I will link it down below the price in the description if I can get a hold of the retail price of it. I've never really looked at the price of them because, like I say, this one was a gift. So I think sometimes it's a bit rude when it's a gift to list the price, but I'm sure if any of you want to know the price and it's not yet in the description down below, then you can always go to the Lego website, assuming it's not been discontinued at some point, and you'd quite easily find it with the set number. So Lego Star Wars, because I had such a big gap from me doing any Lego at all, I think some of the last stuff I did was some of the early technical stuff, which we'll be doing some videos on later on, but probably between that and me doing the first set, which would have been the Saturn V rocket, which again was a birthday gift. I think that would have been a gap of around about 30 years between me doing any form of Lego at all. So the sets, as I've said before, have come on so much. Lego itself has come on so much in the intervening years that you know, it often amazes me how these sets now come together and are put together. And I do think they look superb, some of them. There's a lot more functionality nowadays, a lot more parts. So, you know, it's become quite intricate, a lot more so than it was back in the 70s and 80s when I first got into it. But, you know, that's a good thing. I like that aspect. I sometimes, as I've said on here before, do miss the beautiful simplicity of some of the sets. But at the same time, stuff like this is great. And even some of the more modern stuff. The boys had a car, one of the cars given to them for Christmas, that you pull back and off it goes. It sort of races at quite high speed. Obviously they're a bit young for that sort of build, so I put it together for them. It took me a couple of days, did it over a couple of days, but I have to say that even that was quite technical, and I was quite, you know, impressed with how difficult it was to put together, and like occasionally had to sort of go back and redo a bit because I'd got it wrong or it wasn't quite right. So sometimes when you get a set like that, you do think that, oh wow, that would have been nice if it would have been a little bit easier. And just like that, I've said that, and I did miss a piece off these rocket bits, as wouldn't be one of my builds unless we made a mistake somewhere. So we'll just take them apart, put them back together, push that back together, and make it under there. And we're done. Now, the concerning thing is I can see those as spare parts, yes. This one, not so much. So let's just go back and have a quick look through to see that we haven't missed a stage with that piece there, because that is a little bit concerning. And we'll go through this probably in a second, and I will find out where that's supposed to be. Okay, so with the smaller build sets, or any set, I suppose, now you do get some spare parts, which I find quite handy, especially some of the smaller bits, because parts do get lost, especially some of the more fiddly ones. So we've got a spare part of a lightsaber, little brown end, yellow end, and a white one we'll just put to one side. So there we have it. That's the first bag done.